So, second map for this series, going to be Kartoba. This one's going to be Shrike's pick, I believe. Let me just check my text file here. Indeed it is. This map, we all know, very, very big, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I wonder what Shrike is thinking by picking this one here. Obviously, he's not going to go for that same, you know, carrier rush, right? Because the distance to cover would just be huge here. And you also should note he's playing Coalition this time. Air is really good when you're playing on a bigger map. Yeah, that might be part of it. NoFun tends to be a fan of like the early aggression, and you can't really pull that off as well on this map, I think. So, you know, maybe this is a sensible map pick, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, what is Shrike planning with this map, and I don't really... Whoa! 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 Okay. That's just, like, the fastest refiner mode I've ever seen. Dang, man. Alright, sure. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, this is a pretty big map, you know? I mean, your opponent's probably not going to rush you, right? Just normally, even when I'm going for refinery mode first, I make 2 salvagers before that to get on the RUs, but man, that is quick. That is quick. Base runner retirement and everything. It's gonna be Sport Cruiser first from Shrike as well. In fact, like, no, there are, okay. I mean, are there 2 salvagers there? You tell me, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to tell. Nice probe micro there. Gonna keep him out of danger. Takes about 20 HP damage, but that's fine. Sandskimmer fabrication and LAV fabrication coming out at pretty much exactly the same time here, which is cool. They're still chopping grass out there, chopping it up. So maybe that's coming through in the video. I don't know. Hard to say. Oh my! Well, now it should be. Wow. LAV assault pack coming out here for Shrike. He's a fan of LAVs, I believe. I'm trying to remember games that I've seen from the past. I know Maze is a really big fan of the LAV. Like, he'll make tons of the things. Not as much as Garmulator, mind you, but... Sorry, I was looking at something humorous. I should be focusing on the game here. So AV Fab finishing now for Shrike, and Railgun Fabrication on the way for NoFun, who should be getting up onto his second base around this point, I believe. But if he's playing this like really eco strategy, right? He actually has one too many salvagers here, which is kind of awkward because he's rallied onto the bulk, not onto the resources. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, if you're gonna play really eco-heavy, not really poke at your opponent at all, which to be fair he is actually, he's made some sand skimmers, he's going out there, but another production cruiser would be really nice to see at this point. Oh, fleet cap, that's also really nice to see. But then at this point, yeah, I would make a production cruiser from here. Let's see what he does. He does indeed do it. You know what? I'm really enjoying watching NoFun this game so far, because like, he's just, like this series, I mean, he's just, you know, making all the right moves. I mean, I feel like what he's doing just makes a lot of sense, you know? Na, logisch, oder? He is German, after all. They just, you know, they're logisch people. What can I say? Sandskimmer here, unfortunately, going to get wrecked. I don't really see any way for him to survive. Unless he gets up on top of the Kartoba. No, you can't move on top of it. That'd be cool, though, wouldn't it? Like, if you could drive, like, up here. But... yeah, no, that can't be done. But those LAVs are streaming down toward NoFun's position, so assault railguns is exactly what you want to make. You don't really want to fight the battle with the LAVs because they have the armor advantage, like the upgrade advantage, sorry, and you know, if your opponent like has more of a unit than you and they have upgrade advantage and whatever, just go to a different unit that can counter, right, rather than trying to match one-on-one. One thing I want to mention though that Shrike has done, which is really cool here, is he's gotten the damage upgrade instead of the armor upgrade, right? Because when you're attacking assault railguns, the armor really doesn't do much, and the damage does a lot more because you can actually kill them a lot faster. So I feel like, you know, even though he didn't necessarily know that it was assault railguns coming out, he probably had a guess that it was going to be assault railguns, and this is like exactly what you would want to do. Boost comes out as he comes across the hill here, and he might actually kill this one off. Meanwhile, he's getting attacked over there, but it looks like he's holding himself pretty handily. His strikecraft are a lot better than his opponents after all. The assault railgun does go down there. There's another one in the back here. But yeah, Shrike actually making this push work, kind of. Assault railguns, of course, notably more expensive than LAVs, so it is worth it if you can trade. And I think NoFun actually comes out underneath on that, despite having the right units. So that was some pretty good control from Shrike there. Now, NoFun, I want to point out, this is kind of interesting, is actually taking this base here instead of that one there. My thoughts on this map are that holding these 3 bases should be easier than holding these 3 bases, because like the relative, you know, like area is smaller, right? Then again, I guess it's more distance to travel. Like if your army is kind of here, they can cover both of them, but if your army's here, they can only cover one. But I don't know. I feel like it's easier to hold this location than that one. But that's the one he's gonna go for. And I don't think Shrike is aware of it at all. So he's kind of keeping his army on this side of the wreck, right? Not like he can't move across it easily, but he definitely doesn't want to go through the choke point with all these railguns out. And you know, yeah, I feel like he's attacking over on this side. Like he's not really aware that the base is getting set up over there. These assault railguns gonna get chunked, by the way. This is a lot of LAVs right here. NoFun getting assault chips at this point. Yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense. I would actually go honor guards if I could, but I don't know. I'm sorry, that is an expensive tech. It's kind of a long tech. Fairly good kiting with the assault railgun there. There's just too many LAVs, and they're really causing some difficulty here for NoFun. So assault chips now on the way, and Shrike is going air. That's kind of what I expected by his map pick here. He's on 2 base, mind you, so he does need to do some damage here. But I think he's going to. The assault chip's going to pop out here, which is actually really nice. Equal damage 2, certainly not finished. Then again, there's no armor on these assault chips here, but I feel like it's still going to take long enough to die that these LAVs probably not going to get too much value out of them at this point, right? Oh, well, oh dear. With the boost too. I think he's gonna kill a production cruiser here. It's gonna be really close. No, he shouldn't get this. I think his units are just way too low health at this point. I'll never say never. Oh man, if he sticks it, no, he's not gonna get it. But that is way close for comfort for NoFun, I'm sure. It's gonna be giving him a bit of a scare there. Hey, bring the skimmers in, please. No! 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 Oh, NoFun. He's gonna be so tilted. The hero LAV that could. You're kidding me, man. The lawnmower even agrees that this is funny. And I think another production crew is gonna get sniped here, so this is going really bad now for NoFun. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is excellent. It's excellent. Oh no. The air transition, even if that hadn't happened, the air transition was pretty good here. So, I mean, this is going to be some real damage for NoFun now. Shrike basically on 3 bases to 1 at this point. Maybe call it 2 because he's got long distance mine. Well, the distances are so long on this map, I'd call it maybe like 1.5. Shrike trying to do some more damage, but he does not actually have any rockets. Difficult to blow up your opponent if you don't have any explosive ordnance, so it's gonna go back and get some. We actually have whatchamacallums, we got interceptors on the way now for NoFun. These guys have rockets, they know what they're doing. Not many of them though, and that production cruiser there actually can dish out some serious damage to them, so. Oh, and you know what can really dish out some serious damage is interceptors too, right? Oh my gosh, one of the interceptors just got hit by splash damage there. Did you see that? That was sick. But yeah, these interceptors, of course, you know, like interceptors do, they're gonna take some really good fights here. They're gonna take some really good fights here. Okay, yeah, this guy needs to dock, actually. Ooh. Oh, that's too bad. So he's gonna lose that one there, but 2 on 3, I think they should still win this. I think they should still win this. Okay, so interceptors sometimes are kind of dumb, as you can see. There is actually, like, there are ways to micro your units and make them do better than this. But I remember this one term I had with Catharsis where, like, this kind of thing happened to me over and over again. It's true, I wasn't microing them, but I was still really salty at the end, because I felt like, man, I'm fighting interceptors versus strike fighters here. How can I possibly be losing this? It was tilting. One thing to note, by the way, Shrike here going for power reserve 4, kind of leaving his main exposed here. I wonder if he's gonna try it again. It worked so well last time, right? Then again, this time the difference is he's got this big air force. So if they launch against like the army that's attacking him here, I think he should be able to hold them off. It's not going to be too bad, but he's probably going to lose a support cruiser actually, now that I think about it. But yeah. But NoFun there, he really can't keep up an air war at this case, like at this point, right? Because he needs to be getting more production cruisers, and you can see he's doing that. You can only make one thing at a time from that Gaussian carrier, so gonna be tricky for gonna be tricky for NoFun. I mean, I definitely think he's losing this game, right? But this is sort of, you know, kind of turning things back around a little bit. Oh, okay, I probably should have been paying attention to this. Yeah, this is also going to turn things around, but kind of in the opposite direction. No artifact scores at all this game, by the way. I think both players just retired their base runners right in the beginning. We just lost a production cruiser. Yeah, I know, lady. I know, I'm trying. That voice actor for like the Gaussian captain, she just totally encompasses what I feel like that character should be. You know what I mean? She's really good at it. Yeah, I mean, this is just problems. Like, NoFun can't even really leave his base at this point. If he keeps making air, he can't make any ground units, but if he doesn't make air, then the air units kill him. I mean, yeah, you know, he's kind of in the rock and the hard place now, so. And that's kind of what it looks like on a big map, you know? Like, it's kind of strange to say that, because you don't really see much map presence for Shrike, but he's got it. It's just, because the map is so much bigger, like, really, only a couple points you need to have map presence on, and so you get this kind of look. I'm generally not a big fan of like the bigger maps in RTS games, but then again, like, you know, we see what happens when you play on a really small map like Kalash Teeth. It's also not really very great, so you know, I think it's cool that this is in the rotation, but it's not really like my favorite map in it. I'm fine to play on it, but I don't usually pick it. And you know what, these LAVs, I bet they could actually like kill off these interceptors if they just fought them. Oh dear, yeah, look at that. Well, not as well as I would think. I mean, they leave the vision too quickly. So that was a lot of good damage done by them. But still, I mean, this is just, yeah, this is not good for our boy NoFun. And I imagine if Shrike just fires a cruise missile at his carrier, like, that'll kind of get the message across, and he maybe will just resign at this point. Otherwise, I'd say go battle cruisers just for the lols, right? But I mean, you can do really whatever you want at this point. Have I told you how much I hate the cruise missile, by the way? Just on an unrelated note. Whenever it impacts a 1v1, I always feel like it shouldn't, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just me, though. You know, I think the developers thought that, like, DOK needed sort of an anti-blobbing tool. I think Siege does that pretty well on its own anyway, but it's true for 3v3s, you know, it gets pretty tricky. It's just, like, so much unit, you know, and it's hard to, like, deal with them at all. But I don't know, they just tilt me so much. Yeah, no, I would get battle cruisers just to be fun. But yeah, I mean, not a single railgun produced by Shrike this game so far. That's pretty fun to see. What's his resources like? Good. Very good. I mean, he's not even really making any units at this point. Just, you know, why should he? He's got things. Power 6 on the way for him now, so he is going to finish this off with that carrier. But I'm glad he waited a little bit, because, you know, you never know. Like, there's some potential to choke and, like, lose your carrier somehow, and that'd be, like, the only way to lose a game at this point. Those just flew straight through the carto. You just see that? I don't know who those pilots are, but they need to get a promotion right now. Actually, Strike Fighters are going to chase here. Not usually what you would want to see from Coalition Air, but there's so many more of them. He's actually not launching them, though, so I don't know. But the air units are still just targeted against that support cruiser, so this is going to work just fine. There's so much left of it. Here comes our boy Shrike. I wonder how long he's going to hold. He already fired the cruise missile. I just missed it somehow. Alright, that's cool. Apparently kind of a glancing blow. It only did like 3,000 damage there. Is that actually normal? No, I think it does more than that usually. Maybe that's using like the high ground exploit. I don't know. But yeah, this is well and truly over right here. Just a matter of time until that carrier gets killed. I like the Interceptor bravely trying to protect his carrier, but it's not going to work. If I were him at this point, I'd be negotiating surrender. But Galzian don't do that. They're stubborn guys. You can't land here. Get out of here, boy. Nice. Man, I can't believe that production cruiser went down right there. That's so sad. That really shouldn't have happened. Well, Shrike is gonna... This is Shrike, right? Yes. Okay, it's not Maze. I don't know what it is about those two, but I cannot stop myself from getting mixed up when I'm casting them. But anyway, Shrike will be happy with his victories here. But yeah, he didn't win the first... Well, his victory, that's the thing. NoFun, I think, played actually superbly. And I think if he just builds up, you know, mechanically speaking, like, he's going to be a really good player someday. I see a lot of potential in him. I see potential here. But yeah. That was a fun game. That was a fun game. And I love also how Shrike is really trying to do new things in this patch here. He's not playing, you know, vanilla DOK. He knows it, which is really cool. Well, that's Group C finished. Very happy about that. We're going to move on to Group D. I think there's, like, not much game to cast for that. And then it's on to the upper group, the upper bracket. And that is awesome, because it's been a bit of time. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to catch you in the next one.